After the ATV's on jack stands, you're going to drain the oil. To do that, the drain plug is a 17 millimeter. Then you're going to move over to this side. You're going to remove your lower radiator hose and drain your coolant. And after you're done draining, put your oil cap back in, snug it up, and then proceed to this side. So now, after taking out all these 8 millimeter bolts and taking this gear out of there for the starter, I'm going to put a rag down here and slowly pull this off because it's going to leak, and just set it over here somewhere out of the way. But just keep in mind it's going to leak oil. So now that you got your stator cover off, you want to inspect your stator and make sure that your stator is all good, no burnt coils. Also inspect the edges where it mounts. You also want to check your gasket, make sure your gasket is good as well. Mine is fine. I ordered one just in case, but I'm not going to use it. So the next step is you want to take off this 17 millimeter nut. And to do that, you're going to use this spanner wrench that comes with your ATV and your kit. That's right there. So I'm going to take it, put it like this, put it in these holes. So now, let me go to turn it, make sure it stays in there. To go just like that. You're gonna rest it on your frame right there. So it's gonna look like that basically. So now you're gonna be able to torque. Now that that's off, I'm going to take this tool, your Flywheel Puller, M28 by 1.0 R.H. I want to thread it right onto there. Thread it down all the way. I'm going to tighten this up as well. Same thing with this. Take the spanner wrench. I'm going to try to find that hole. In this case, it needs to turn. So, this is an 18 millimeter. Now just like that, it's going to rest on this right here. Now should be able to crank on it, and this should pop straight off. Give it a little bit of torque. Maybe tap on it with a hammer. And just like that, pops right off. So now you want to slowly remove it. Now's a good time to take a snap ring pliers and remove this snap ring and check your one-way bearing. So put that down there. This gear just slides right off. Notice how it goes on. Goes on this way. So now we can put this. That's that out of the way. Now the next step is to remove these 4 bolts that hold this on right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you should just pull this right straight out. Should look like this. So now you just pull on the oil screen. And that's why you clean your oil screens. So now I'm going to clean it and put it back in and reassemble the same way I took it apart. Now that the oil screen is clean, I put it back in there. Next thing you want to do, just as a precautionary measure, is you want to take your flywheel. What is this thing called? You want to test your one-way bearing. So basically, you put this in here, and it's only supposed to spin one way if it's good. If it spins both ways, it's bad. It spins freely to the left, but I can't turn it to the right, no matter how hard I try. So that means my bearing's good. I don't have to replace it. Bearings look good. So now I can reassemble. You want to take this, just put this off to the side for now. Put your 4 bolts back in with your cover, and then just put it all back together the same way you took it apart. What you're going to do is take your spanner wrench again, the same way as before. You're going to turn this. Ouch. God damn it. I'll let this rest on here again. So now you're going to take your torque wrench. You're going to set it to 72 foot-pounds. Now you're going to torque on it until it clicks, like so. So now this is torqued to 72 foot-pounds. Take your spanner wrench out. And now you can put your stator cover back on. And be careful putting it on because this is magnetized and it will clamp onto that. Now that your stator cover's back on, make sure to tighten each one of these down to 87 inch-pounds and just inspect all over. Wipe down all the residue oil. Make sure your wires held in correctly, out of the way. Now you move on to the other side.